Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Every time this happens, every single time it happens, I don't know what to do about it. I've got to be super conscientious. I got to every time I turn on. Anyway, hello, how are you? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh my God, I look horrible. I'm wearing khaki. That's not my color. It's not my color. Wearing khaki. Maybe I put on a red hat. Put on a red hat. How does that look? I'll put on a red hat. I'll see how that looks. Look at how horrible I look. Look at how horrible. What is that thing that's coming out of the side? Oh, it's an electrical thing. It's some kind of electrical thing. Can you see that electrical thing? All right, welcome. Did it snow on the 19th of November this year? Did it snow in London? I've been told it snowed, and then because I said on the radio today that it last snowed like 5 to 10 years ago. When did it snow? Like actually snow? Let can can you tell me? Can you tell me? Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming into this live stream. It's the Lewis Schaffer live stream. Today is Monday. Did you listen to me and Paul talking on the Nunhead American Radio? Nunhead American Radio. He doesn't want to come on this show because he thinks that you hate him. He thinks you hate him. Okay. He thinks that you hate crazy. You hate Chinese Elvis. I don't think you hate Chinese Elvis. I just think. I don't think you hate Chinese Elvis. It's just we have a very fractured relationship. It's like I mean, we've been friends for like friends. Do I have any friends? I think at the end of the day, maybe we'll be friends when we're older. We're older now. We're friends now. We're friends now. We're friends now. But I said that there was snow 10 years ago. Let's go look at when there was snow. We're going to look at when there was snow in London. There's not enough snow in London. Snow in London. Very interesting. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk, I don't know what we're going to talk about. We've had a run of incredible shows. The best, they're not even shows. Lucy Van Pelt calls them shows. They're not shows. They're just me talking in the background while you talk amongst yourselves. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't even know if I'm saying anything interesting. I'm talking into the ether, into the blank space here, into blank dark space. But it's show 179th. So you do the math of how many shows this is. How many shows this is? Plus 49 equals 120, 228, 227 shows. Just like this. 220, nothing. Judel says it snowed on the 19th of November in London. Did it snow in Nunhead? I don't know. Did it snow any inches? And when I say snow, it has to be like at least an inch of snow. That's not that much. An inch is that much. It's 2 centimeters high. Did it snow an inch? Let's Google that. Let's Google, did it snow in London? Did it snow in London? Did it snow in London on the 19th? When was the last time it snowed in London? Lighter flurries occurred, but significant snowfall is the last noticeable. How about a picture? When did it snow? No, this is not. That was a picture that was taken earlier. I went to that. Let's go where this is. Let me delete this business here. When was the last time it snowed in London? Let's get some images. Are you looking at the images here? 2009. 2009. There's nothing about when was, let's just go November 19th weather. How about that? How about that? How about that? That's we're jumping the gun here. What about the weather? Where is the weather? It doesn't say anything. Where is the snow? Where are pictures of the snow? Can someone send me pictures of the snow? Knock, knock. Who's there, John Van Dam? There is snow. There is snow who? There is snow business like show business. Okay, very good, John Van Dam. Hello, Claire. Mr. Cuff, according to Joodles, it was November. Joodles he's living, she doesn't live anywhere near London. Do you live near London, Joodles? I don't think you do. Maybe you're living right next door to Lewis Schaffer. I didn't see any snow. I think the last snow I saw was in 2010 when my children it was 14 years ago. So my kids were like 10 and I went to the park with my kid's mother pretending, I don't know, it was so beautiful. It's cold in London all year round. It must be because all the women wear black balaclavas and the guys too. Yes, it could be that. They dress for wintertime. They don't dress for wintertime. They wear those clothes in the summertime. Why do you wear black clothes in the summertime? I mean, I guess they're used to sweating. Caribbean is here. I bought cleats to go over my boots. Was on November 19th. Can somebody send me a picture on Twitter? I guess send it to me on Twitter. Send it on Twitter. Here's Lewis Schaffer's Twitter thing. Can you send it on Twitter? We all have Google. It's not just a thing you have access to. I don't want to spend my time looking at Google when you're here to have Lewis Schaffer's voice in the background, Kermit. I'm doing this for you. No, Joodles, come on, come clean. Send me a picture. Where did you read that there was snow? Maybe if I look on my phone, because I've got the Met app. I've got the Met app. November, maybe you can go back in time. November 19, 2025. No results. I mean, maybe you can't do that. Maybe you can't go back in time on my app. Anyway, plenty of snow in the nightclubs. That's a different kind of snow. I understand that, and I'm like so out of it. Thank you for that. Mr. Cuff is here. Mr. Cuff is here. Gnome Hunter is here. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I've had 3 cups of coffee, and now I'm having a cup of tea. I mean, I don't know whether I'm awake or asleep. It's just too much. English Addict is here. The sound coming through means we can hear you. It's a good thing. Nice to see you again, English Addict. After a break here, yes, it's good to see you. It's better for us to see you than maybe for you to see us. It's like seeing a friend. That's what I am. I'm like a friend. I'm not a friend. I'm like a friend. I'm like somebody you go, oh, I know that guy. He's my friend. He's my friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not anybody's friend. I'm not one of those guys. Make sure you go to Lewis Schaffer on Twitter so you know what's going on. Carrie B is here. Welcome, Carrie B. Darklands is here. All the pretty girls come in the early part of the show. Everyone remember to apologize to Lewis. Warmellian. Hello, Warmellian. Since it's the beginning of the show, you'll all be wrong later for having apologized to me. Exactly. I should be. You didn't know. No one here even listen to my radio show. I don't even know why I do it. At least you guys could watch it. Okay, come back. Don't go to the shop. Go to the shop. We're only on it for 90 minutes. Where is the shop? What are you going to get at the shop? I'd like to get something at the shop. I've had a slice of bread today. I've had a slice and a half of bread today. But I woke up this morning weighing 76 76.5 kilograms, 76. I am losing a little bit of weight, a little bit. That's what I want to be. I want to be perfect for you. I want to be touchable. Maltese Phil. Good to see you, Maltese Phil. Daz is here. Hello, beautiful Daz. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Daz. Though I think Daz is a guy. Gnome Hunter. Hello, Gnome Hunter. We're not having utter mayhem. This show is not utter mayhem. How could it be utter mayhem? I'm not living there. Nothing is being broken, really. Maybe our hearts are broken. We've heard some words about Alan Williams is here. So we're all turning up. Is Lucy here? Bold of you to assume that I am more of an inch, let alone that I gave it to Keeley. Where is, hold on a second. Lucy hasn't come on. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Hello, Lucy Van Pelt. Hello. I had to put it on to live chat. I missed. Let me see who else I've missed. Let's see who else I have missed. Claire says, and she's right, and we can all learn something from Claire. We have to be loving to Lewis Schaffer. We've got to learn something. Okay? Sale there at Ordex, 3 more daily shows, and you're done your half year's worth. Is that right? No. Half what? How many? No, I've done more than half a year. I've done over half a year. 200. How many days in a year? 365. And I've done 228 shows of this. I mean, you can't call it a show. You can't call it a show. Lucy insists that we call it a show. Why stream sounds too like so. You must lie on here. No, Lewis won't believe you anyway. No, I don't believe anybody. I don't believe anything that you guys say. Anything that anybody says. Prove it to me. I believe that you might. I don't even believe that you believe it. I mean, if based on a courtroom thing, I would possibly believe it. But that's courtroom. There's like 2 kinds of proof in courtroom. One is overwhelming proof that and the other one is like majority proof. It's like how OJ was convicted of killing. What's her name? It was on majority proof. He lost on majority proof. Vatanai is here. You must lie on here. No, Lewis won't believe you anyway. Or you can or must. I passed away quietly in my sleep, sad. Says Ludd. Hello, beautiful Ludd, who's a tremendous supporter of this thing. Who is Sylvia? Who is Sylvia? Is there a Sylvia here, or should we not say? Because a lot of times, maybe I shouldn't shout out the people's names that make contributions on Ko-fi or on Patreon, because it's their actual names. But I went to the gates of heaven, says Ludd, and Peter came up, looked at me, and shouted back, "Anyone ordered an Uber?" Then I rose again in accordance with the scriptures. That's humorous. There's something humorous about being up in heaven and saying, "Did anybody order an Uber?" Where would you go if you had such a Uber? Such a sexy weight. Well done. Yes, that's 5 kilograms that I have lost. That's over 10 pounds. You don't notice. You're not paying attention to me. If you wanted to touch me, maybe you would be paying attention, but you're not paying attention to me. When you start Googling stuff, Kermit says, it takes an age and you get confused between screens. You mess up the chat and then it isn't on live chat. Then you come back. It's all a bit of a nightmare. That's exactly true. This stream wasn't on live chat. That's one of those things I've got to do. I've got to, turn off YouTube sound, go to live chat. These are things I need to do before every single show. It's Sunday tonight. Sylvia's mother answered the phone. Do you remember that song? He's like begging his mother to put Sylvia on because Sylvia doesn't love him anymore, doesn't want to speak to him anymore. There was no internet back in the day. You had to let the mother know. Listen, but maybe Sylvia's mother liked the guy more and wanted her daughter to go out with the guy. I've always wanted to touch you, Lewis. Thank you, Claire. That's what I like to hear. Cuff in with the Dr. Hook again. What is Cuff in? Oh, is Cuff going to sing the Dr. Hook? I guess it is a Dr. Hook song. Where did Dr. Hook come from? Does anybody know where he was from, Dr. Hook? How's it hanging, Lewis? Thank you, Zingo. Welcome back, Zingo. We have not seen you in a while. I'm doing really well. We've done 228 or 7 of these shows, 227. Later tonight, it'll be 228, God willing. You can't take anything for granted. It may not happen. But the point is that I'm doing really well, Zingo. How have you been doing? Where are you? What have you been doing? Are you a male or female? But Claire says, welcome back, Zingo. Andrew Rubin is here. Water retention. What about water retention, Andrew Rubin? God bless you, Andrew Rubin, for coming back. People are laughing at Lucy. They're waving at Zingo. Oh, my God, Zingo is here. You're quite a guy, Lewis. Thank you very much. I'd like to think that I am. I don't think that I am. I don't think that I am quite a guy. I don't know, but it was basically, I was told by what's his name, by my friend Paul, that that I should just relax a bit more, you know? I should relax. I'm 68 years old. I shouldn't tell you that because you young girls, and when I say young girls, I mean anybody under 80, maybe 70. It's just time to give up. Union City, New Jersey. Is that where Dr. Hook is from? That sounds unbelievable. I don't believe you, Carrie B. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. How did he get so famous? Dr. Hook, how's it hanging? Lucy Van Pelt. Great to see you, young lady. She is young. She's young. She's like a child. Not like a child, but like a young child. Ray Sawyer was from Alabama. Who is Ray Sawyer? I don't know who this is. Where was Dr. Hook from? Where is Dr. Hook from? I had to fix my my speaker, and I took it apart, and I think it works now. Well, it works better than it did before, so I'm putting the screws back in, even though I may not need the screws back in. So Zingo says hello to Joodles. What have you been doing? We've been missing you. We've been asking about you. Every single show, someone says, where's Zingo? Where is Zingo? And Zingo was his name, oh. It's okay, Lewis. My Spotify Wrapped gave my listening age as 68. Is that what they say? They say the music that you listen to is equivalent of some 68-year-old. Is that what you're saying, Lucy? That's like really sad. I used to be young. Have you done the voice thing, the hearing thing? I did the hearing thing, and the hearing thing, I thought I was going deaf. I feel a bit deaf, but it said my hearing was better than a 60-year-old or something. No, Hunter says I thought I was old with 43. No, she's well, 68 is. The old, I'm not saying the old music is good, but you can listen to the old music. You're very close to your mom, Lucy, right? Is that right? Dr. Hook was formed in Union City, New Jersey. Weird. It's right across the river, kind of, Union City. It's right across from Staten Island, I think Union City is. The founding members, including Derris LeCourrier and Ray Sawyer, originated from the area. Thank you very much, Kermit. So that's confirmation of what was said to me. Okay, Carrie B said from Alabama. I don't know if it's from Alabama. Zingo says, I hope Ray Sawyer was from Alabama. Who is Ray Sawyer? Now I have to look myself. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not looking at you guys. Ray Sawyer, musician. He's a percussion. He's the guy with the eye. And where does it say he was born? He was born in Chickasaw. He was born in Chickasaw. Lost his eye. A lot of times people could be born in Alabama and then they moved to maybe the father was in the military or something. He lost his eye because he was in an automobile accident. Sylvia's mother. What a sad song that was. Backing vocalist stepped back into the backing vocalist, casually played another instrument for. Okay, so where was he born? Where was he born? Where was Ray Sawyer born? He was born in Chickasaw. Where was Ray Sawyer raised? New Jersey. And it says, where was he raised? Was he raised in New Jersey? Not New Jersey, Chickasaw. Chickasaw. It was formed in Union City, but when did he go to New Jersey? That's the most important thing. He died. When did he die? He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. These are people who died. They were all my friends. And they died. He lost an eye. That's so cool. He was 81. That's a good age. That's a good age for a, whatchamacallit to be. It's a good age for a rock star to be, don't you think? 81. Did he have any other hit songs? Did he have any other hit songs? I'm not sure if he did. I'm not sure he did, but thank you very much for that information. Do you know where Union City was? Do you want to see a map of Union City? Where Union City is? Union City, New Jersey. I think it does. Yeah, there you go. Look at what it looks like. There it is. Oh, that's where Union City is. It's not where I thought it was. I thought Union City was down here, but it's not down there. So there's New York. Whoops, you can't see that. Let me do this here. Can you see this, everybody? Can you see? So here's New York. This is Manhattan. These are all the rich people. All the rich people. And then this is Union City. And there's Secaucus, and there's the Meadowlands. This is where the Giants play. And over here was built up, and all in here was the wetlands, were all the marshy areas. And they put this is all the stinky marshy. And now look up what's over here. I didn't spend much time here, but there's Ridgefield. This is New Jersey. When you think about New Jersey, a lot of it is like, maybe it's like, what's the area across from Liverpool? What is that area called? What is that area? A lot of people have liked the stream. That makes me happy. I don't know if you're interested. Blondie, Union City Blondie. Is that a great song? We need to listen to Potatoes Are Cheaper several times to get that number up. That's why they call you 68. You should be 98. That's a song from the 1920s. Kermit Lee just said what Ray did. Okay. The guy with the eye, they all had eyes. He had an eye patch. Mr. Cuff says, yeah, he was more. He had an eyes and an eye patch. Mr. Cuff says, he's insane. No, we all know that already. We know that I'm insane. I'm trying not to be insane. I'm trying to be as reasonable as possible. I'm trying to be as likable as possible. Sorry. I'm just trying to be. Okay, 2018. What happened? Did he die in 2018? Remember, Morrison's peach trifles are still £2.75, and they are proper bow eye. Tell thee, they are proper bow eye. Tell thee, they are proper bow eye. I don't know what that means, Zinga. But thank you very much. I can't eat that food. I had one slice of bread, so that's I had about 110 grams 105 grams of bread. But I also had beef, raw beef, and what did you guys have for breakfast? And I ate a bit later because I woke up and we had to tape the show, and then we sent the show in. I don't know whether anybody heard the show. It's really not important in the slightest, Lewis, let alone the most important thing. To me, if I'm saying it, it's important. I try to only say important things. Doodles, what's important to you? Columbo only had one eye. It never held him back. Yeah. Well, is that a disability then? Should he be collecting money from the government? I don't think he did collect money, but that's a disability. Should he collect disability payments from those worthless, maybe there should be no such thing as a disability because there's always something you can do. Even if I hate to say it, knock wood, even if you lose both of your eyes, knock wood, horrible. But even then, you should get money from your family. Your family has to work harder because you lost your eyes. That's just the way it is. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, Maltese Phil, you're right. You go it alone. What's that other song? If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. Do you remember that song, Maltese Phil? Yeah, Birkenhead, exactly. That's what Jersey could be. A lot of it is sort of like that. It's like across the river. What are you living across the river? Because it's not New York. You want to live in New York. You saw the movie. What was the movie? The guy wanted to cross the river from Brooklyn into Manhattan. Staying alive. Staying alive. That's the movie. 80 years is good for a one-eyed musician. Just shows you how good Stevie Wonder is. How old is Stevie Wonder? How old is he? Radiohead's version of Union City Blue is the best. Union City. Well, it sounds like a real American name. Why was it named Union City? Does anybody know? Bread is carbs, Lud says. You are right. Yeah, yes, I am. Yes. I'm lowering the amount of carbs that I'm having every single day. There's no more bread in the house, so I'm not going to have any more. And I woke up today at 76.5 kilograms. Yesterday I was 77 kilograms. So I'm losing weight, looking beautiful, and I'm going to start exercising to build up the muscles so paraplegics can work. Yes, Gnome. And other vegetables, we don't call them that. What about serial lunatics? Why should the government be giving a lunatic money as a reward for being a lunatic? I don't believe this is where people don't like me. I apologize. I should find out what everyone believes and then just repeat it back. Lucy goes, just one more eye, just one more eye. I don't know what that means, but Alan Williams, he loves Lucy. Very lovable. When I was in primary school, we had a blind piano tuner that would visit the local schools. His dog was a hell of a driver. All true, apart from the dog. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, there wasn't disability like there is now. But then again, people weren't guzzling the carbs until I was older. I remember I was about 8 years old before I saw somebody in a wheelchair. No, there were no wheelchairs. Nobody had a wheelchair. Stevie Wonder is 75, Caribbean says. Well, thank you very much. I didn't know that. Would you say ADHD is connected to carbs? And if so, what have you eaten to make you this way? I'm less crazy than I've ever been. But why should the government give me money? You know what I mean? Look at me. Where is the money coming from for Lewis Schaffer? You know what I mean? People can be useful. We're all useful. And what they've done is, and the disabled people who've turned on me, those people, because I joked about it, and I was totally kidding about it. I'm actually serious about it now. There are people who are disabled. You're blind. But why should the government give you money? Why should the government give you money? There should be charities that do that. There should be your family. We need better families. Thank you, Claire, for saying I look beautiful. That's what Claire does. And that's what all you people should do. Maybe you people, all you people, should be saying nicer things to me. Very few people are totally disabled. I'm disabled. I can't run. I saw a guy in a YouTube video. He's running. I can't run as much as I used to, whatever. Am I disabled from, there's things I cannot do. I'm not a good painter. And how would a paraplegic work? Or at least to a degree for them to sustain themselves. And regarding lunatics, you shouldn't pay them, but don't expect them to work either. Yes, well, if you don't pay them, you can't expect them to work. I agree with that, Noam. And a paraplegic maybe can't work, so he gets taken care of by his family. But in this world, we basically have no families because, yes, my son is asking, do we have a shoe shine kit? Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't know why he's asking that. Of course he knows. I don't know what he's thinking. Lewis, this is the funniest show ever, and I don't want to go to work now. I will miss you. I will miss more hilarity. Okay. Well, we got it on repeat. You can watch yesterday's shows. I didn't put up any of yesterday's shows because I just thought, I don't know. Is it working to getting people to listen to this? We got about without anything, we got about 200 people watching this thing. 200. Remind me, I've got to set it out. My son asked for the shoe shining kit. Why? I don't know. Where is he? Did they get mad at him because they thought his shoes weren't shiny enough? Alan Williams says people who used wheelchairs used to be locked away in hospitals or confined to bed. And I think it's great. I think it's great that there are wheelchairs for people. Okay? I think it's great. But, and I think the government I don't even know what I believe. Your son was saying if you have the tools to do something to earn money, Kermit says. Shoe shiners used to be a popular thing. Yeah. It's like in America, all the postmen were missing an arm. If you went because they were in World War II or World War I, and they were given a job, and they used to have those things, and they were given a job, and they'd be considered disabled because they only had one arm. Is this unlikable of me? My son would have been in a special home if he'd been born 100 years ago. Exactly right. We have to take care of our children. We've got to pay attention to our children. So good for you, Carrie B. Good for you. I think Claire needs to visit Specsavers. No, she sees how beautiful. You can see how beautiful I am. Look at how great looking I am. I'm like really. Not great looking. I look old. Make a case. Okay, that's a very good case. But why should the government? First of all, the government makes people crazy by insisting that people are on high carb diets, eating toxic seed oils. So it makes people crazy. Secondly, why should the government basically has too much money and they want to give it away to prevent people from working, and so they can control them, especially the leftist globalist government. I agree with you, Lewis, says Noam Hunter, that we have to be cautious with welfare criteria. But you can't just group everyone together. Disabled people can't work because they are broken and warranty won't replace them. Well, they should have taken, yeah. But what makes somebody disabled? That you can't read? That you've got ADHD? All this stuff. I don't know what to do now. What do you do now? What do you do now? There's too much money being sent to people not to work. I think. This is what I think. I'm against it. You know what? I wasn't against disabled people now, but I'm against them now. I'm against half of the disabled now because half of them are bullshit disabled or more. And the other half could do something. But because they don't look like everybody else, they get, here's money. You know, maybe they're in a wheelchair, but that's still, you know, whatever. What Lucy says, do you have a bull shining kit? I don't know what bull shining is, but thank you for that, Lucy. I can imagine what it is because it's coming out of Lucy. It's some kind of negative attack on me to hide the sexual tension that Lucy has for Lewis Schaffer. The shoe shine guy from the police squad was very funny. I remember that guy. Yeah, it was really funny. He knew everything. The guy's paying him off for information. He did know a lot, says Kermit. Yes, he did. Put on your glasses. It's even worse than you think. I'm not reading this properly. A shoe shine for a dime. Dime was a lot of money back then. I don't know how much the average wage was. It was like $3 or $4 was back then, before the state believed in inflation, promoted inflation. I don't think I agree with charities being tax-free and being able to get tax relief on charity contributions. Why not, Taz? Can you tell us why you don't think that charities should be tax-free? I mean, why? I mean, look, most of the problem in America is caused by all those universities being tax-free and their businesses. Just because one guy doesn't own it, there's still people making tons of money. But why do you believe that, Taz? Please explain. If only my son was bullshitting his epilepsy and autism. Okay. I'm not going to risk having you hate me, Carrie B. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. But when you're sat on the floor all day, it's much easier to keep your ear to the ground, says Kermit. I don't know, what is that in reference to? Was literally typing about him when I heard that, Alan. Watch the police squad recently. Yeah, it was a great police squad. Was that they were whatever it is. It's Abraham, Zucker, and Zucker, or Zucker, Abraham, and Zucker. I wouldn't waste energy on hating you. That sounds like a hateful thing to say, Carrie B. My ex's wife's daughter was born with Kabuki syndrome. So many people were jealous of her getting a new car every 3 years. For her daughter, I'd rather have a shit car and a healthy child. What is Kabuki syndrome? I have looked that up in the past, but I forgot what that is. I'm looking up what Kabuki syndrome is. Kabuki syndrome. Okay, let's look it up, everybody. Do you want to see what that is? What is Kabuki syndrome? It's a rare genetic disorder causing distinctive facial features, arched brow, long eyelids, prominent ears, developmental delays, intellectual disability, and varied physical issues like heart defects, skeletal problems, scoliosis, short fingers, feeding difficulties, stemming from mutations in the KMT2D type 1 or KDM6A type 2 genes. That is, here's pictures of it up here. Here's a picture of it. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, well, that's sad, but she gets a car every 3 years. I know several people who play the system. They actively admit that they want to get onto the benefit system. It's massively corrupted. Yes, it is. Zaz says, yes, says Ludd, it's massively corrupted. The shoe shiner in police squad, he has his ear to the ground, but he knew the word on the street. Yes. Okay, that's where that's from. I don't know. These are references that people. The thing about comedy is you got to make sure your audience understands it. And I'm an audience member. But if other people understand it, say it. There are actually disabilities. And then there are those swing the lead for benefit. Is a swing. What does that mean, Darklands? Swing the lead for benefit. What is swing the lead? That's a term. I don't know. What does that mean, Darklands, to swing the lead? Does everybody know what that term means? I've never heard that. Joe is here. Beautiful, beautiful Joe is here. Girl from Mars is here. Beautiful, beautiful girl from Mars. Darklands. This is like you have 3 of my children listening today, girl from Mars, and they are fed up with me talking about you in lovely chat. I told them you called me a liar. Did I call you a liar? I called you a liar when I said that you did not, that you loved me. I don't believe that. Did you say that? I don't remember if you did. Let's just hope you did. I thought it was Japanese theater is kabuki. Yes, there you go. Lucy Van Pelt. I understand that joke. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe anybody. Well, it's Lewis Schaffer. I don't believe you. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be a horrible person. I don't believe you. That's what I think. What I think horrible, horrible things. Horrible, horrible things. Are you going to hate me because I think horrible things? That's what the left do. The left say, oh, you think that. You are that. You know, but some people think, a lot of people think things that they aren't. A lot of people think that they're beautiful and they're ugly. A lot of people think that they're smart, but they're stupid. And a lot of people think that they're ugly and they're gorgeous. A lot of people think that they're stupid and they're smart. So what does that mean? I'm afraid they will call you a lunatic should they watch for more than a few minutes. Yes, I'm a lunatic. I'm an American guy who moved to this country. That is the definition of a lunatic. Look at the other lunatics who moved here. Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, she moved to Ireland, but same shit. Okay. Daz says, just because I think they swindle the money. Just because I think they swindle the money. Plus, will people stop giving? And will these charities stop helping people if tax had to be paid? I doubt it. But remember, tax is like charity anyway. Yes, it's like, or theft. You could say it's theft. It's like theft. Swinging the lead, or is it lead? It could be pronounced either way, is a phrase that means to avoid hard work or to slack off. It originates from sailors who would pretend to measure water depths by swinging a lead weight without doing the work. So they'd be walking around pretending that they were measuring the depth of the water. I went to see my dyslexic cousin a while ago. Says, Russ is here, and caught him putting black shoe polish on his penis. I texted him early in the morning and told him to put his clock back. Oh, I see. Clock back instead of ock back. Okay, ock black. Good one, okay. Lead, pronounced lead. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lucy. I didn't know. I mean, that's the problem with the English language. Those words mean the exact same thing. It's like I was listening to a program and they said that the Vietnamese word for my, M-Y, my, means so many different things. You can Google that yourself. Called me a liar about your dog. What did I say about your dog? I don't remember what I said about your dog. I apologize if I tell your dog that I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. When I studied social history, Vatt and I said the Victorian attitude to poor relief, it was a principle that poor relief should never be better than income from work. I agree with that. We have to promote hard work because hard work feeds people and, which is more than one person, Warmellians. Who said that? Vatt and I said. That's brilliant. I believe that. Who doesn't believe that? Why should a person get a new car every 3 years? Lewis has called us all liars. Yes, you're all liars. I believe everyone's a liar. And his friend Paul called us a cult. Then Lewis wonders why we don't love Paul. Yes, I said that. I tried to get him to stop. Did you see me? When he was here, I said, don't say that to these people. I like that. I said I liked you. I don't really like you. Dubes. Oh, this is against Alan Williams. She's a beautiful woman, Lewis. You are a compulsive liar, girl from Mars. You contradict yourself constantly. No, I change my mind constantly. Now, maybe I am a liar. I'm trying my best to be as honest as I can. What have I lied about? Have I lied about my love for you, girl from Mars? I have not. I have not. Lucy Van Pelt, I think, therefore I am. I don't know what that's in reference to, but lead as in the metal, says Maltese Phil. Okay, this is what we need to know. I'm not a liar. I'm a contrarian. I'm not even a contrarian. I'm not sitting there smiling. I'm thinking, you say this, I don't believe you. So maybe it's this. I don't think it's contrarian. Is there some other word for contrarian? No, Hunter says, French philosophy, because I think, therefore I am. That's from Descartes, right? I'm not even sure myself. In the words of Alanis Morissette, philosophy. Mormelian says, okay. Was watching a vid yesterday, Kermit says. Yesterday from a tour guide in London who was exasperated at the constant stream of U.S. tourists who didn't believe the UK was older than the U.S., including Stonehenge. Well, a debate could be made. What does old mean? Were there people living in England before there were people living in America? They discovered people living in America 13,000 years ago. 13,000 years ago. Lewis has never told a lie in his life, and neither have I. John Van Tab says, that's funny. Consistently inconsistent. Well, you know what? We need to think. It makes us think about stuff. I question everything that you say. Nobody ever comes at you say, I'm this and I've done this and my kid is whatever. And I say, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. They got a lot right. Girl from Moore says, but I love you. Well, there you go. There you go. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight for Lewis Schaffer now. But I do appreciate that. Chelvis seems to think we all agree with everything you say. He does think that. He thinks that's what he thinks. I thought that too for a couple of minutes. I thought, oh my God, these people. And then you take someone like Lucy. That's Lucy's thought. Hardly, she says hardly, is that sometimes I think you're being disobedient with me. That you agree with me, but you don't want to agree with me. Why don't you want to agree with me? Because you know I'm a better person than you people are. I'm great. Schizophrenic? What do you mean by schizophrenic? Do you mean like split personality? Because I don't call someone schizophrenic if they've got a split personality. I don't even believe in split personalities. I mean, we have one personality, but we act and think in multiple ways. They assume the U.S. would have had to teach us how to move stones or to make chairs. They assume the U.S. would have had to teach us how to move stones or make chairs. Oh, this is the Americans thought that they were better than the English. I find that hard to believe because Americans are always saying they do things so much better in other countries. Not now. Now they're learning the truth that this is becoming a police state. A right-wing, left, whatever you call, a globalist, leftist, communist, fascist police state. Led goes, you lied about my dog too, Lewis. You lied about my dog, too, Lewis, because he chased you on your bike. But it must be a lie because my dog can't ride a bike. That made me laugh. And John Van Dam found it funny too. Are you sure that that the girl from Mars message was for you? Was it from me? I'm going to take it. If somebody says something nice, I'm going to assume it's from me. Of course, it's not from me. I'm very insecure. I'm very inconsistent. I'm very insecure. Okay. Vatnai says to Kermit, my friend from Kansas thought that the average American was very thick. Well, that's what Americans do. They think, and he's probably left-winger, because left-wing people think that other people are stupid, and they're smart. The left-wing people. We are broadly on the same team politically, Lewis. Okay, broadly. I mean, I can't find out what all of you agree with, but I'm not trying anything, but I'm just trying. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We have footprints in the Severn Estuary, 22,000 years old, says Andrew Rubin. I didn't know that, but okay, that's older than 12,000. But how do we know it's 22,000 years? We don't know that. They think the world is billions of years old, and we don't know that. Girl from Mars asks, has anyone seen Happy Time Murders? It's on YouTube and is said to be dirty. Jim Henson's sons made a porno. The Happy Time Murders. Okay, on YouTube. I'm going to write that down. I stopped watching. Happy Time Murders. Happy Time Murders on YouTube. Okay, well, there we go. Well, thank you very much for that information. I bet they didn't use that term. Wait, hold on a second. I bet they didn't use that term, laugh out loud. Thick means something quite different in the U.S. Yeah, they wouldn't have used the term thick. That's right, Kermit. Well spotted. I've been here so long, I just thought it sounds like the word. They wouldn't say thick. Americans are not the brightest when it comes to the old world, the same way a Chinaman from rural China wouldn't really know of the rest of the world. No, that's not true. It's just that you people are irrelevant. That's why we don't know anything about England. And getting more and more so with the advent of communism and Islamism here. Okay, I haven't seen it. I once got into a debate about the song Ironic. Was the lyrics actually about irony, or was it just about bad luck? So did Alanis write an incorrect song? According to Ed Byrne, she did. Another I love you, Lewis. So this is definitely for me. Look at the hearts there. Thank you very much, girl from Mars. I'm looking at you. Thank you, girl from Mars. I love you. Okay, if any of you girls, and I feel like I'm making somebody jealous. Hello, Lewis, says Alfie Cap comes back. David St. Hubbings, it's such a fine line between stupid and clever. David St. Hubbings in the band Spinal Tap. I assume that's who you mean, right? Came back into I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. What has he done now? I told Girl from Mars that I loved her. I don't want your feelings to be hurt. But I can't say that I love you exactly the second after I have just told Girl from Mars that I love her. I can't. I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I tell you that I love you, Joodles. Tattooed Monkey was talking about that last night. Girl from Mars. What about Lewis Schaffer? How much he loves Lewis. Does Tattooed Monkey love me too? I liked a guy with multiple personalities who said none of his personalities were Scientologists because he's not that crazy. Okay, that's interesting too. There's a joke in that. It's not perfect, but there's a joke, Alan Williams. I appreciate that. The problem with the U.S. elections, according to Kermit, okay, I'm going to read it, system and the American defaultism. The problem is the U.S. education system and American defaultism. I'm always being asked what I'm doing for Thanksgiving or 4th of July, etc. I don't think history lessons go back beyond the 1700s there. Well, first of all, Thanksgiving was created in the 1800s, the late 1800s. No, you got to remember something. Every American comes from another shitty country. And you always ask an American, what was life like in Italy? Oh, it was amazing, the greatest country in the world, Italy. And you say, Grandpa, when are you going back to Italy? I'm never going to go back there. It's a piece of shit. That's the way they think about it. Every single person, like I'm a Jew. And you say, well, I mean, Jews don't have an individual country except for Israel, but so it's a bit complicated. David Taylor, no, well, thank you very much. No, but you haven't been here either. We've gone for 227 shows, and you haven't been here. Where have you been? David, I've been looking for you at 227, at least 90 minutes of shows. And in the beginning, we were doing 2, 3, 4 hours. 4 hours of shows. My Kansas friend said, Vatanai, that loads of families he knew didn't have any books, knew nothing of the wider world. He wasn't very left, but his wife was very left Zionist. And people, I mean, nobody reads books now, and even back in the day, no one read. People didn't read books. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. She believed in creating a socialist Zionist utopia. She claims that was the original aim of Zionism. Well, what book did she need to read? That's the truth. Zionism was created by leftists, by the leftists who were creating communism in Poland and Russia. And so they went to Israel. That's true, and for many, many years. That's why they don't like Netanyahu so much. Because he wasn't the leftist Zionist. So whenever people say, oh, the Jews are a bunch of white right-wing Nazis, a lot of them are now, but a lot of them are, I grew up I wouldn't say as a communist, but there were many times I was a communist. So there you go. But thank you very much for coming in there, David Taylor. Okay. Lewis, it's time to run an award ceremony for the most loyal viewers, the people who have been here since the beginning for every show, Warmellian. Winner has to spend the night with you in your bedroom. It has to spend, because would that be a prize? Would you enjoy that? Would you enjoy sleeping naked next to Lewis Schaffer? If you would, you can contact me on Twitter, or you can go on Discord. I'm told the ex, we should split and see other people. She said, I'm schizo. I am other people. Did she say that, or is that just like a joke? That's funny. David Taylor, no, he keeps upsetting his fellow presenters, especially the fat ones. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I thought I wasn't. When I'm on the show, I never got any complaints, really. A couple of complaints. You got to be pretty stupid to complain about Lewis Schaffer. You can't win. Maybe you get me kicked off the air, but, whatever. Without a collective history, things have to be made up to keep people loving the country. It's not just the kids in the U.S. that don't know anything beyond their own shores or the history. Remember, there are 330 million people. You know what? People in this country didn't know that pasta didn't grow on trees. Spaghetti didn't grow on trees, Kermit. Nobody knows anything. People are idiots. Point of order, Warmellian. Joe was here before me. There were lots of people who saw me from GB News, like Lucy and Joodles and I don't know. Any predictions for tonight? I might put a bet on. Oh, we're talking about the thing. Military service abroad seems to help a bit. Those who have served seem to have a little more scope of knowledge. Yeah, but they're also being basically arrested and ganged. What do they call that? Chain ganged, whatever it is. You put in the thing. I'm not so sure about that. There was a film about that, Zootopia. What is that, about how Americans don't know anything? Yeah, and who was it made by? It was made by, what's his name? That guy who made Zootopia, what is his name? Ben Stern, what's his name? Howard Stern, what's his name, the guy? He basically is, left-wing communist, thinking that people are stupid, and look at how smart he is. That is a very interesting explanation of Zionism. I never really thought about it. Zionism was about, like, setting up a communist. So what is a kibbutz? It's a communist type organization. Keith Bexley is here, but you're a beginner in my mind, Keith Bexley. You've been here forever. So, I mean, I'm just happy you're here today. Screw those people who were once here and are not here, but they will come back. People come back, and they will come back. Warmelian just won you a night in Ann Towers. Yeah, he can come if he wants to come. Anybody who wants to be with Lewis Schaffer, you can say, Lewis, I want to meet you, and we'll all get together. We'll all get together. You say, oh my God, you're much shorter than I thought you were. People are stupid, says Gnome Hunter. Americans are just the stupidest. No, they're not. They know your country, not your country, but the other countries are shit. They know they're shit. Some of them are stupid, and they go live in the Cotswolds, and they go and they think, wait a second, this country's shit. But Americans, or perhaps the rural Somalian, might top that, but not on the high bar to begin with. Europeans, on average, are very aware of the world around them. They're not. They don't realize they're being taken over by the communists. They don't realize they're being taken over by the communists. Do you realize how small the houses are in this country? And you're letting in millions of people into the country. And people like this house, like my tiny little flat here, is the equivalent of a one-room studio house in New York. And New York is tiny. Is absolutely, maybe now it's different, but when I was there, I rented a place. It had one room, and it was bigger than this. It was bigger than this. There were kids that on that Jamie Oliver show that didn't know that fries were made from potato or that nuggets came from chickens, though in the U.S. they must have a point. Because they may not be made from chickens. Nuggets may not be made from chickens. Yeah. People, are they stupid there? They're the rich. It's the rich. It's, you know what I mean? Even now, even after all the years of the Biden and, the horrible administrations, they're 70% richer than English people. So don't think you're so smart. I've got to be more loving. This is not right of me to be like this. I never heard of you until YouTube put you in my feed. I guess they knew. They knew we're both nuts. They knew you were both nuts. They knew we were both nuts. We were both nuts. Says, yeah, maybe they knew. I'm the kind of person you like. Well, I'm glad. You should write a letter to them. Say thank you. And we can do right now. We've been on the air for an hour. We can like the thread, like the stream. Let's go to like the stream. And I want to apologize for yelling at you people. I don't mean to yell at you people. I do mean to yell at you people. I do mean to yell at you people. I'm tired of it's like foreign countries. You're just jealous of America. Everybody like the stream, please. That's what you got to like it, subscribe. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yeah, there you go. Okay. It's too late to escape now, girl from Mars. That's what Mr. Cuff says. Yeah, it's too late. We're here. I made it. We're here. That Jamie Oliver show was good, where he'd done 30-minute meals, but used like one pan. I'm 50-50 on him, to be frank. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something. You don't need any pan. You just need to eat raw eggs, raw beef, and you will live. Raw eggs, raw beef, raw milk, cheese from raw milk, butter, and you will live. You will live. Yeah, you will live. A cardiologist, according to Maria, is here again. Thank you. Maria was here yesterday. Thank you, Maria. A cardiologist said that a carnivore diet is very bad for heart health. It's very bad for heart health as it's full of saturated fat. Yes, probably many cardiologists say that. Many cardiologists, because he's stupid to have believed that, number one, and he's stupid to say that now knowing that so many people think that he's stupid for saying it. And it just shows that even cardiologists in America and in here can be stupid. Alec is an stupid, Maria. What do you do? What do you eat, Maria? Tell us what you eat. I love talking about food. You know that about me. I eat meat. Look at how great. I don't look as great as I used to look, but I used to look pretty good. I used to look good. I don't, you know what? I don't, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay. Half of chickens don't even have nuggets. Is that a joke about like boy chicken and girl chickens? I think there are a lot of stupid people everywhere, Savat and I. I do too, but Americans are a lot smarter. Those stupid people have a way better life than you have. They don't take as much vacations, but they make way more money. Way more money. You know, a plumber makes 150,000 pounds a year. They make money, and I'm here, and I am here, and I am here. John Van Dam says, didn't Campbell's Soup get caught putting fake chicken in it? Will they go bust? I mean, it's an amazing company, Campbell's Soup. It's a huge company, or was a huge company. I don't know. Yeah, the president of the company, he did a Gerald Ratner on his own company. We're not as smart as we think we are, says Daz. That's exactly true. We are drowning witches like 200 years ago. We're pretty much the same people now as we were then. That's why we shouldn't trust anything. Daz, I'm going to read that again because I think that that's brilliant. That should be the symbol of the show. We're not as smart as we think we are. I'm trying. I don't believe I'm as smart as that's why I change my opinion about everything. I'll say something definite and then I change my mind. Shouldn't we all do that, Daz? We were drowning witches like 200 years ago. We're pretty much the same people now as we were then. That's why we shouldn't trust anything. That's right. And we are drinking water with excrement in it. Yes, probably that's true. I mean, if it's not killing us, it probably just adds flavor to us. And I'm going to tell you this. We're letting in people who hate this country, who hate our life, who hate our customs, who hate women showing their faces and eating pork and going out on a Sunday, whatever it is. And we're acting like nothing is happening. I never knew my dad or any of his family. Okay. I don't know where I came in with that. Joodles says this. Hello, Joodles. My mini bike thing that goes under my desk just arrived. Any blue one want to come round and put it together for me? What is a mini bike thing? Is that like an exercise thing? So you're going to exercise while you're sitting under your desk? Maria says, and many would say the opposite. Yeah, Vat and I agree. Eating meat. I eat meat, but then I might have a stroke. It's like I was watching that guy, the YouTube channel. His name is Chris McCaskill. Do you know this guy, Chris McCaskill? Anybody? Chris McCaskill. He's such a know-it-all vegan, and he's so smart. He's talking to people. He seems like such a great American guy, and he had a stroke. But I almost had a stroke from having too much. Maybe I didn't have a stroke. Avocado Man is here. You didn't say any bums and broads. I love when you say that. You did. Sorry, apologize. Same bums and broads. We're all the same bums, mostly the same bums and broads. I follow the Mediterranean diet. Well, the truth is, what part of the Mediterranean are you eating? Are you eating Malaga, or are you eating Athens, or are you eating Tel Aviv, or are you eating Alexandria? There's lots of different Mediterranean diets. And those people who ate the Mediterranean diet, they've only been eating that for a very short time. But we've been brainwashed on that Mediterranean diet. 30 million Americans live below the poverty line. So it's not all Americans, Lewis. The poverty line is 15,000 what? That isn't the poverty line. That isn't the poverty line, Avocado Man, but thank you for posting that. I'm gonna go check. What is the poverty line? That's interesting. Well, it's for 32,000 pounds. So, you know, I mean, yeah. So that's okay. 30 million. That's 10% below 32,000. But they got shit. They get shit. They get government shit. They're getting food stamp shit. If you make 32,000 pounds, you're getting food, and you hear how much money in the food stamps they're getting. What in the ever loving F are you on about, Lewis? They get more money to buy fake food, gas guzzlers, and paper houses, and for their taxes to be turned into bombs for the Ukraine? What does that mean? What does that mean? They don't pay any taxes. 50% of it's like this country. 50% of the population pays zero in taxes. They collect money. They collect money, and I think we got to stop giving the Ukraine money. Basically. Okay, I'm going to have to skip ahead. I've lost my train of thought. The chicken in Campbell's soup is not fake or 3D printed, but is processed like little pieces of chicken nuggets. Yeah, they put it in a vat, and they cook it, and they chop it up. I used to eat that stuff as a kid. Chicken slices. You remember having, or turkey slices? And it wasn't from a turkey. It was, and it was so salty. I don't eat that anymore. Do you watch videos on, do you know that Chris McCaskill, Shanks? Are you familiar with him? When the U.S. government shut down, we save the extent they cannot survive without the government. We save the extent. What does that mean? You're going to have to rewrite that a little bit. I predicted another argument between Lewis and Gnome Hunter tonight. Just feeling. People can be poor in America, but they're not. Poor is 32,000 pounds a year. Plus they get extra benefits. You know, it's like what they did when they increased the child cap in this country. And they found that people on the child cap were making more money than somebody who was working. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Say that again. What does that mean? The extent. What? Can you write that again? I remember Gerald Ratner saying that on TV. I think it was 1987. Yeah, I mean it's a classic story about how you can destroy your own business by joking around. That's Lewis Schaffer. I'm in the process here of destroying Lewis Schaffer, likable comedian, by being so insistent on all this stuff, by flirting with the girls and the boys. That's what happens. The First Amendment auditor, Doc Vatnai, Jason Guterman, was getting grief from some crybaby outside the post office. Go home for grilled cheese and Campbell's soup, mommy's boy. Who said that? Who said that? And Campbell's soup. I mean, it's like you see what these people are buying. The wasted food, the processed food. I eat raw meat. Raw meat. I spend 2 pounds on beef, raw beef. I spend 2 pounds on cheese in a day, and I spend 2 pounds on eggs. That's 6 pounds a day, probably. That's how much I spend. That's how much I spend. Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, and maybe a contribution to Lewis Schaffer? I'm not saying I don't want to. But we have. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. One thing I don't like about the U.S. is that U.S. persons pay tax on income they earn in other countries. You can never leave the U.S. tax system. That's up to 75,000 or 100,000 pounds. That is exactly true. I have to file taxes, and I'm so far behind. I'm going to make a note for me to file my taxes. Yeah, because they say, you know what? We're going to come and get you if you get kidnapped. We're going to give the Israeli country money for kidnapping you so that they can blow up your enemies. And it's going to cost you money. You couldn't afford beef, eggs, cheese, and butter in the U.S. I'd be making more money in the U.S. than I am here. I would be making more money in the U.S. I believe that. I was making more money. I was making lots more money. Amagansett. What about Amagansett? It's on Long Island. It's on Long Island. But thank you, Kermit, for saying that. The Greeks gave us so much culturally, education, society, astrology, theater, democracy. What has the U.S. bought in? What has the U.S. bought in? Reuben, the truth is that maybe the European has given us a lot, but they've also given us communism. They've also given us globalism. They've also given us empires. They've also given us horrible multiculturalism. Europe is good, but it's getting worse and worse every single day. Have you considered getting an Israeli passport, or have they changed the repatriation laws? I don't know. Of course I've considered it. Of course I've considered it. I mean, how can you not consider it when they're talking about killing Jews? In the U.S., if you buy a Coca-Cola for £1.50 at the cash register, you will pay £2 because taxes added up at the end. No, it's not going to pay £2. You're going to pay another. And when I left, it was like 10% tax. It was 8% tax, maybe even 5% tax. A lot of states do not have sales tax. Let's go look at that. It's not perfect in America. What is the sales tax by state in the USA? A list. Okay, I'm reading this here. 5 states have no sales tax: Alaska, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, and Oregon. Okay, here's a breakdown of the tax. Let's see if there's a list. What is this? We're looking on a list. Let's go look on the list. Okay, this is great. What a really nice thing. This is America. Can you guys see this? Hold on a second. Can you see this? Okay, yeah. Here's the sales tax by state. 6.2%, 4%, 7%, 7%, 6%, 5%. New York, 4%, but there's 4% in New York City. 6%, so it's not above 7%. It's not above 7%. It's not above 7%. It's like 6%. I'm against taxes anyway. I'm not saying America is perfect. And that's typical. That's the problem with America. They get a bunch of whining CUNTSs there. You had to earn a lot in the U.S. because rent in New York is $5,000 a month. Everything is expensive in the cities. That is actually true. Well, you shouldn't. Why do you have to live in New York? You don't have to live in New York. It's the same thing with stupid London. And then they build houses, and it's like so stupid. Move. And in America, you could move. Rainer's is here. When it comes to deli meats and sausages, if it tastes good, I don't care what's in it. I'm eating it anyway. Okay. Well, how old are you, Rainiers? Thank you for coming into the show. Are you a male or a female? Are you fat? What diseases do you have? Because I had diseases from eating those things. So there you go. I have a friend who owns 150,000 pounds in New Hampshire and can't even find a house. Because you got to see the houses that people live in. Look at the house. Look at the house that the bomber supposedly, I don't even know if that's true, on January 6th lived in. Look at that house, how huge it was. And many states have zero income tax too. And they're all competing with each other, Lewis. I'm thinking of moving to Skidmore, Missouri, says Avocado Man. Where is Skidmore, Missouri? Let's go check that out. Where is Skidmore? Skidmore, Missouri. It's a city in Missouri. Where is it? Let's see where it is. Can you see this? Oh, it's in the middle of the countryside. Oh, it's probably far west. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's all farmland. Oh, my God. I'll join you. Oh, my God. I'm going to join you. Is this where it is? Oh my God, it is in the absolute middle of nowhere. Oh my God, let's move there. Let's move there to Skidmore, Missouri. I'm going to show you where that is. Can you see where Skidmore, Missouri is? Can you see that? Where is Skidmore, Missouri? Here is the town. Where did it go? I lost it. Look at how built up it is. It used to be all woods and stuff. There is Skidmore, Missouri. Over here, look at how far away it is from Kansas City. Well, let's see where it is. I'm going to change this to here, to here, to here. Okay. It's near Omaha, Kansas City, Missouri. It's in between Omaha and Kansas City, Missouri. Can you see this? There's St. Louis. Oh, it's at the edge of the world out here. Look at that. Look at that, Skidmore. Why Skidmore? Tell us why Skidmore. That's the kind of place I'd like to move to. Let's Google it. Let's find out how much houses are. How do we check for houses? Let's go check for houses. House prices in Skidmore. Okay. Right move. House prices. Okay, here we go. Oh, these are ugly houses, but these are the cheapest ones. What is it? It's an old military base or something. This can't be. Oh, this is in England. Okay. Look at this shitty fucking house. I thought this was in Skidmore. Look at this house here. Look at this house. It looks like it's in Nunhead. Okay, look at this house there. Can you see that? It's in Rickmansworth. Okay. Right move. House prices in Skidmore, Mo. How do you spell Missouri? Missouri. Everybody, we're running out of time right now on Zillow. On Zillow. Okay, look at the house you can buy. Homes for sale, £258,000. Look, there's only 2 houses for sale there. There's one house. Can you see this? This house is 137, 3 bedrooms. It's £100,000. This is your house that you can buy. Well, it's manufactured. It's like basically a whatchamacallit house. But look at all the land. Look at the land. Look at the land. 2 bath. It's got 2 baths. 1,000 square feet. You could move here for £100,000. What about renting? You guys want to know about renting a house? I'm sorry, I'm getting disappointed. Renting houses in Skidmore. Remember, Skidmore is a very small town, Missouri. Skidmore, Missouri. There are 9 homes. There are 9 homes. 2-bedroom house, £600. $600. That's 500 and something pounds. You could buy a 2-bedroom house, 1 bath. 1 bath. It's not the greatest place. I'm looking. Okay, let's get back to full screen. Okay, Missouri. Probably Missouri. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Let's see how far away it is from Skidmore to Omaha. Let's say Kansas City. Kansas City probably is a lot more fun. 1 hour and 37 minutes. So you could probably work in Missouri, in Omaha. In Kansas City. It's an hour and a half. How far away is it to Omaha, Nebraska? How far is it? 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's like, how far away to Kansas City, to St. Louis? St. Louis, which is in Missouri. To St. Louis. 5 hours. So it's pretty far. 5 hours. So basically, to drive across the state of Missouri, that's how big it is. It takes 5 hours to drive across the state. Everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye. If I did not read your comment, tell me, and I will read your comment, or print it out for tomorrow. Okay? Print it out for tomorrow, everybody. Here's what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Okay. I asked Avocado Man why he's moving there, Lewis. There was a famous unsolved murder there. Ken McElroy, the town bully. Okay, probably in every town there's a murder. In every house there's a murder. Lewis, I agree. Sausages are great because they are not 100% meat. A good one is mostly meat. A good one is 99% meat. British ones are 90% meat. And that's what makes it taste a bit better. It's got rusk in it. Okay, so I'm going to say this to you. Can I thank you? Can we go to Discord? Go to Discord and talk to us afterwards. Go to Lewis Schaffer's Twitter thing. This has been one of the best shows that we've done. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been amazing. You get patriotic about Skidmore. Sounds like a great place to live, out in the middle of nowhere. Here is the deal. The deal is this. Go to Lewis Schaffer. Find out all the information at Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. Go to Ko-fi and maybe make a contribution. Help the stream go. Go to Patreon. Same thing. Go to PayPal. You got to do it. We'll see you at 10:30 tonight, I guess. I mean, shouldn't I see you at 10:30 tonight? Okay, we could talk about living in Skidmore. I think that's a great. I mean, I prefer to live similar place, but down south where it's a lot warmer. You can get cold in the wintertime in Skidmore because it's in the middle of you get continental climate. Go see you tonight at 10:30. I'm going to thank everybody here. Selaire, we've had tremendous participation in this stream. Mr. Cuff is here. Lucy is here. Okay. Daz, Avocado Man, thank you. Alfie, thank you for coming, Alfie. Gnome Hunter, Alan Williams, Russ, love you, Russ. Love you, Lud. Joe, Joodles, Lucy. Hi-ho Kermit. Hi-ho, fantastic. Darklands, Carrie B, thank you for coming in. Girl from Mars, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you very much. You tell your kids that I love those kids. They are my kids. Let's see who else. Gnome, Daz, great participation. Andrew Rubin, brilliant today. Brilliant today. Let's see who else. I think that's about everybody. If I haven't met Vontanai and Warmelian, thank you guys. Thank you, W guys. Thank you, Gnome Hunter, John Van Dam. Thank you. Thank you for coming and being here and for talking. Alan Williams, good participation. I'll give you a participation medal. Let's see. I'm reading all the names and thinking about how much I like you people. I don't really like you, but how much I have to say that I like you. But I do appreciate you being here. And that means something to me, that you're here. I think I've read everybody. If I haven't read your name, Joodles. Thank you, Joodles. Thank you, Joodles. John Van Dam, John Miller. Thank you very much. Selaire, I said that already. If I haven't mentioned your name, I do it. Keith Bexley. I was going to almost forget about Keith Bexley. Joe, thank you, Joe. I'm going to mention Joe 5 or 6 more times. Joe and Joe and Joe and Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, all the women and the men of the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked stream. You're uncooked, you people. You're getting more and more uncooked. Daz, I think I mentioned everybody. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I have. I'm going to look a bit more. Rainers, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Please come back. Please come back. Shanks, thanks, Shanks, for everything. Amazing help for Lewis Schaffer. I mean, it's really, you guys are just good. You're good to me. It may not be a lot of people, but a lot of people are really involved here. Talking to everybody. Talking to everybody. Everybody, let's get thin and beautiful. All right, so we'll see you later, everybody. I'm saying goodbye. I'm going to just go on the next stream at 10:30 p.m. stream, and then we'll see you at 10:30. Is that fair? I hope it is fair. Okay. Thank you very much. Everybody, thank you. If I haven't mentioned your name, I will mention it either later or maybe in the future. Who knows what I'll do.